Hello, and welcome to Cadence Design Systems Fidelity Tutorial Tuesday, where we show you how to use a feature or demonstrate a technique in just a few minutes. In this example, we're going to demonstrate some of the enhancements that have been made to the hyperbolic grid extrusion. The example I have here is the Wing-Body Overset tutorial. This is available from the tutorial files from the Cadence Online support. And I'm going to concentrate on the wing collar mesh. Let me zoom in. And I'm going to actually select all of these domains that make up the collar grid. And now let's go into Create, Extrude, Normal. I'm going to delete this orientation and create the orientation that I want. I'm going to start with the upper surface, and then the trailing edge, and now the wing lower surface. I want to use this link here at the trailing edge, and now I'll select the O mesh on the fuselage. Once I'm done there, I can say done, and now we can go into the hyperbolic extrusion. Let's jump to the attributes tab, and the first thing you'll notice is the arrows, which are pointing into the body. That's the direction of the extrusion, so we need to change that. If we go to the orientation frame and hit flip, we can move those in the other direction. Now there are two new smoothing parameters that have been added. There's a scaling exponent that has been added to the explicit smoothing. That exponent defaults to 0, which means it'll use the legacy pointwise type of explicit smoothing. If you increase that to a positive value, it will use this new exponential type of scaling for the step size that is similar to what's in PyHype and HypeGen. The other smoothing parameter that's been added has to do with the volume smoothing. We've added the ability to do some sub-iterations. So you'll see the default iterations is 0, which means, again, it's going to use the legacy pointwise type of volume smoothing. If you increase that number at each step, it will do that number of sub-iterations on the step height as it moves out, and the blending coefficient will decide the amount of smoothing. So let's demonstrate. I'm going to leave the settings where I have now without using any of the new smoothing parameters, and let's go back to the Run tab and hit Run. Now you'll see that it has stopped after 20 steps, that there's some cells with positive skew, Jacobian. If we zoom in here, we can see how it's kind of folded on itself near the trailing edge. So let's go back and restart, and we'll go back to the Attributes tab, and now I'm going to change the scaling exponent from 0 to 0.05. So I'm going to use that different type of explicit smoothing. And now we'll go back to the Run tab and hit Run. And you'll see now that it's actually able to complete the full mesh out to the number of steps that I specified. Now, one thing you'll also notice that is new in the hyperbolic extrusion is the visualization. There's a display style panel in here now. You can see it set to shaded, so the front here is being shaded. Traditionally, it would have been just a wireframe, but you have some other display options in there to help you visualize that. In addition, you can also turn on the Show Sides option, and now you see that the sides of the volume that is just being created are also displayed for you to visualize. So let's go ahead and restart this. I'm going to go back to my Attributes tab, and I'm going to set the scaling exponent back to 0. We know that this fails after just 20 steps, but we can also look at using some of the volume smoothing. So again, I'm going to go ahead and set the iterations from 0 to 5 to use the new form of the volume smoothing. And now once I set a number of iterations above 0, I get the option to input a blending coefficient. The maximum value allowed is 001. I'm going to use 001. I'm going to use smaller than that. And now we can go back to the Run tab, and I'm going to hit Run. And it takes a little bit longer because of the sub-iterations, but you can see it is able to complete the full volume mesh. So that's a summary of the new smoothing tools available to you in the hyperbolic mesh generation. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button or subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, drop us a line down below or connect with us via LinkedIn, which is linked in the description. Thank you all, and have a pleasant Tuesday.